What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers, they're up on the power lines, in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death.
As I said, women talk to each other. There's no stigma on women. They sit around and have a cup of tea and have a jangle. Men feel like, oh, I can't go and say that to him because he'll think I'm a little mushroom. You know what I mean? That's what men think. But as I said in the cage, I'd much rather my friend come to me and speak to me and cry on my shoulder than me have to cry when I'm carrying his coffin a week later.
That most men live lives of quiet desperation. It's one of my favorite quotes ever because it's true. And I've been that guy. You're just in this world where you just can't wait to just run away.
But can people just make that change? I mean,
yes,
look,
you can,
I believe they
but
can.
you have to plan it out. The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you fucked up and you got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it.
It's very useful to tell everyone, not just men, that they have an important role to play, a necessary role, and that if they act properly and honestly and forthrightly, that they can put their lives together and they can help their families and they can make their communities better.
Most people don't understand what it's like to really go for something and to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
That's how they get you to give up. They say it's not that simple, Vinny.
So what's the truth?
That it is. That if you just do the thing that they tell you you can't, then it's done. And you realize it is that simple. That it always was.
Courage. Courage is the key to life itself. There are a lot of people who are born in situations where they say, well, I'll never get out of this. So they won't. I say to people who say, well, I would like to have done so and so and so. So well, you could have done it. So, well, I couldn't get out of here. Man, the bus runs every day.
You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear, and to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in this situation right now. And it does nothing but grow versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about this situation. Yeah, I am fearful about this situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course. You know?
This is kind of part of being a man. It's like, you kind of got to fuck it all up a little bit.
I think so.
I think part of learning is dying. I think part of learning is you got to die a little bit. Because what is learning? Learning is me giving up on my old shit, my old ideas. Those ideas have to die for me to be open to some new shit. And so me learning how to be a better man, I had to die a little bit. What do we do? You 16, we give you a driver's license. Okay, well, like you get a job? Like when do you become a man? You become a man when you become responsible for other people. And part of that is taking accountability.
Seriously, what does failure mean? It doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination.
Just know it gets better. It does. Like
the story continues. The story continues. So if you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not progress from that. So to me, that's why failure is not existent.
If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget everything else. Forget everything else. Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today thinking about? Yourself? Or the man that's beside you? Or the man that you know you'll give everything in your heart for? We get one opportunity in life.
Pain is temporary.
One chance in life.
It may last for a minute,
To do whatever you gonna do.
or an hour, or a day, or even a year.
To lay your foundation, to make whatever mark you gonna make. Whatever legacy you gonna leave.
But eventually,
Leave your legacy.
it will subside.
Cause I'm pissed off for greatness.
And something else will take its place.
Cause if you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you okay with being mediocre. Ain't no man in here okay with being just basic.
If I quit, however, it will last forever.